Hey everybody, Karen from Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. Happy 4th of July. Yes, we are still a free nation, but we are going to talk to the Founding Fathers today to see how they respond to the questions that you guys had when we specifically did a call out on questions for the Founding Fathers. And I'm sure a lot of them, I haven't read through the questions yet. I do like to be surprised. You guys submit the questions. My nephew, Jared, and my sister organize them and get them in a nice order for you and delete duplicates and all that kind of stuff. And then I like to be a little surprised when I read them. So here we go. Let's find out what they have to say. I have a feeling there's some political stuff in there, so that'll be interesting. Okay, push you back. All right. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel, my channel and yours, the community, and the lead team collective, so it is only of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, you guys. How are you today? Awesome. Now would be a good time, you guys, to say thank you to your spirit team if you haven't done that for a while. Just give them a little shout out and the lead team collective, please, which is made up of all of our spirit teams, everyone in this community. Okay, so you guys, is it an appropriate, can you look at the questions in front of me? Are those questions appropriate to ask the Founding Fathers? Obviously, the Founding Fathers that are in spirit? Yes. Okay. Are there any questions that are not of our highest and best good to know or to ask? No. Okay. Do you think the Founding Fathers are willing to chat with us collectively? Yes. Should we call in all of them collectively or just a few? Should we call in all of them collectively? Yes. Okay. So they have a collective voice. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So do you want to do that, please? Awesome. All right. Founding Fathers, are you here? The Founding Fathers of the United States? Yes. Thank you so much for being here. My understanding is you are helping in spirit form, helping and guiding to ensure that Constitution gets rewritten in a way, maybe, that leads us into the golden future. Is that true? That'll be the first question I start off with. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. All right, so we have a little bit, so my sister put a little paragraph here for me to read, a little background. So 249 years ago, on July 4th, 1776, we're almost at our 250. Would have been kind of interesting. So the military, because they just celebrated the 250 years. So yeah, I suppose 1 year before. Huh, that's interesting. So 249 years ago, on July 4th, 1776, the Continental Congress formally adopted a Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia. News of the Declaration passage spread slowly through the colonies, often met with public readings, bonfires, and the ringing of bells, signifying a momentous step towards a new nation. You know, it's fascinating to me because I do wonder, what we don't hear is, was there any pushback? We can ask them that, but was there any pushback? Because now, you know, I mean, were there just public readings and bonfires and ringings of the bell, or was there some violence? Was there people who totally opposed it? And just as today, we're polarized. And so I kind of wonder if they had the same thing back then. Let's ask them that. Okay, so we'll just start with that, and then I'm going to get to your questions, okay? So you guys, Founding Fathers, again, thank you for being here. When the news spread about the new declarations, was this accepted by most, happily accepted by most of the population in the United States or in the colonies at that time? Yes. Okay. Was there any pushback? Yes. Okay. Was the pushback met by violence? Yes. Okay. Did any of the founding fathers experience violence against them during that time? Oh, they did. Yes. So we don't really learn about that kind of stuff, do we? Or maybe we do. It's just been a long time since I've taken history. Um, okay. And how much history do we really get to, and who's telling the history? It's hard to know. All right, especially, when they want to get rid of books and all that kind of stuff, or rewrite them. Okay, number 1. Does the current state of the nation reflect, so the current state of our nation right now, reflect the principles for which you declared independence? No. Really wide swing. No. All right, that's it. That's all we need to know. Okay, you want to send that to any MAGAs, please? Anyone who, they're all into the Constitution, at least the Second Amendment. And well, we thought the First Amendment too, but, only when it applies to them. Oh my God. Okay, so, yeah, people, anyways, I could go, I was just going to give you some examples and I'll sound like a brat, so I won't. Okay, number 2. Are the portrayal of the events surrounding July 4th, 1776 historically accurate? Oh, good. Yes, they are saying a little bit. Well, no, they've stopped the no, even though it's moved over. That's odd. That's really odd, you guys. Look at I've never seen that before. So the yes is moving, but the no is like not moving, but it's way over there. I don't know why. That's odd. That has never happened before. Usually they're either moving it. Can you guys bring the no back into the center? Like, why? I don't know why you have that over there. Okay, was that just an energy? You were just holding it steady? Yes. Okay, that's funny. Okay, number 3. You're doing a good job. Thank you, Founding Fathers. They probably have not used this. Have you guys ever used dowsing rods to speak to people before? Oh, you have. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm probably not the only one who's asked questions. Okay. Okay. Does today's political system accurately reflect the will of the people as envisioned in the Declaration? No. Okay. Again, that's all we need to ask. Does the current interpretation of the Constitution still reflect your foundational principles of limited government and individual liberties? No. Bummer. Okay. Are you, and this is coming from me, are you surprised that this has occurred based on how you had set up? Yes. Yeah, they're surprised. Okay. So did they just find loopholes around the Constitution? No, they're just flat out. They had a long-term plan and they're just breaking the law, basically. Yes. I mean, they've been doing this since Reagan, essentially. Yes. You guys, if you want to hear from Reagan, I think I've asked a couple times. We haven't done a call out for him, but I think that would be interesting. I'm really curious to hear from Reagan's higher self and maybe even his lower self to see, like, what the hell? I mean, he really, I don't know. I want to see what he thinks, if he really screwed us over, Okay. I mean, it just kind of started from here, with him and snowballed, silently and quietly. So, okay. Did you intend for the federal government to have the power it currently possesses? No, clearly. Did you envision a tax system as complex and extensive as the one in place today? No. I think we're going to hear a lot of no's from them today. Usually we hear a lot of yeses, but we're getting a lot of no's today. Are the very wealthy in the U.S. today paying their fair share of taxes? Nope. Doesn't look like they're going to have to either if this continues to go forward. Did you intend for the federal government to be involved in areas like education? Yes. Healthcare? Yes. And welfare? Yes. Was that because you wanted, even though we respect the laws of individual states, you wanted some general liberties, like general, you know, foundational security for everybody in the United States? Yes. Was the concept of equality intended to encompass all races, genders, sexual orientation? No. Okay. Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder because I don't know how much experience. I don't know. I don't know, how out that was. So was it intended to encompass all races in the United States? Yes. Even African Americans? No. But then how could it encompass all? So did you not look at African Americans at that time as even a human race? No. Ugh. Yuck. All right. Well, now we have an issue here. Now I have an issue. Okay. Well, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? You guys, if you've ever seen TikTok, you'll know why I say what the hell. Okay. Was the concept of equality intended to encompass genders? Yes. Sexual orientation? No. Is that because you were unaware of different sexual orientations at the time? Yes. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Did you, though, really think that equality was just for white men? Was that ultimately, yeah, they're saying yes and no, but really wider swing on the yes. Okay. So it was really the white men. So it was really meant for, the equality was meant for white men. Yes. Okay. Has the president's, well, what do you see today? Do you think that if you were writing it today with our current knowledge of understanding of humans evolving and the rights of every human being as spiritual loving beings having an earthly experience, would you rewrite equality different today? Yes. And if you did, would it encompass all of us? Every single one of us, no matter what we look like, talk like, whatever. Chose to live like? Yes. Okay, cool. Are you helping them move in that direction? Yes. Great. Okay, has the president's executive power grown well beyond the original intent? Yes. Is that just under Trump where it's gone well beyond the original intent? Yes. Okay. So have any other presidents gone well beyond the original intent of the presidential office, the executive power of the president? No. Okay. Is the current president the worst in abusing the power of the office? Yes. I mean, his new cologne line. How is this even possible? How is this even possible? In the name of it? I mean, ew. Just wait. Just wait. Oh man. So you guys, I don't know when this is. Hang on, let me look on my phone. I might have to talk about it at a different time, but let me look on my phone real quick. Okay, I'll have to record maybe a little shorter post this because I'm recording this actually on July 2nd. It'll be posted on July 4th. But the She Won article that we've been talking about a little bit on the channel, I posted it in the post area. I talked about it during a spiritual and political message day that I have, like Coffee with Karen. And they're having a She Won July 2nd virtual event. So I will post it. Oh, geez, it's at 3 o'clock. It's in like 2 hours. I'm going to sign on to that. Anyways, hopefully you guys maybe have gotten the email if you signed up for Substack or the Substack for that. I'm curious about it. So anyway, sorry about the little, I figured I better tell you since what I was looking for. Okay, let's see. Has the nation lived up to the promise of all men are created equal? No. No. If not, at least to some extent, have we? No. Right. Is it because, does astrologically, the astrological, like, the rise of masculine energy over the 250,000 years, does that have anything to do with it? Yes. So if that's the case, was it always intended to be this way? Yes. Okay. And now we're shifting because of the rise in divine feminine? Yes. Okay. So do you think if you would have had that knowledge about how it was working from an astrological standpoint, if you would have, did you have that knowledge when you wrote the declaration? No. Okay. If you would have had that knowledge, do you think you would have written things a little different, knowing that, the masculine energy was outbalancing the feminine energy? Do you think you would have written a little different? Yes. Would it have been, if you would have written it differently, would it have been with the intent to make things more equal in a more stronger sort of context? I don't know if I'm asking that right, but yes. Okay. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean. Okay. Is your original vision for a self-governing republic still largely intact? Yes. Okay, good. Do you see it crumbling? The original vision of a self-governing republic? Do you see that crumbling? No. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you grade the USA's development as a nation? 1 being the worst and 10 the best. Got to move my little list up. The best you would have expected. So 10 being the best you would have expected. So again, how would you grade the USA's development as a nation over the last 249 years? Would you give us a grade of 1? No. Would you give us a grade of 10? No. Would you give us a grade of 5? Okay, yes. Would you give us a grade of lower than 5? No. Would you give us a grade higher than 5? No. Okay, so right in the middle. Okay. Are many of the founding fathers helping from the other side to write the republic? Yes. Yay. Are parades and fireworks fitting ways to celebrate Independence Day? Yes. Awesome. Okay, you guys. Well, now that I told you it's only July 2nd today, I'm still going to wish you a happy 4th of July. Keep your head on a swivel, meaning if you're out in big groups, just keep aware of what's going on around you, okay? And just be cautious. You don't need it to steal your joy, but just be cautious, especially July 4th and 5th, okay? Just from some messages that I've heard from other people and messages we've gotten from our lead team collective as well, okay? Timing can shift. So, it may be calmer than is expected, but it also might not be. So just be safe today. And we'll see you in the next video. I'm actually going to do tomorrow, we're going to get a message from the founding fathers using the pendulum. And guess what? I'm going to do that right now. So you'll see it tomorrow. Okay. Pendulum and oracle. You'll get a message from the founding fathers. Let's see what they have to say on here. Okay. See you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.